Greetings, this is Paul the Poke from paulthepoke.com. Today's topic, trend update, U.S. delegation to Jerusalem for possible embassy move. And today is March 5th, 2017. Scripture reference is out of Zechariah 12, verse 2. Behold, I'm going to make Jerusalem a cup that causes reeling to all the peoples around. And when the siege is against Jerusalem, it will also be against Judah. A delegation of U.S. Congressmen has visited Jerusalem. And the point of the visit is the possible move of the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. And this item is a campaign promise of President Donald Trump. Now, Representatives Ron DeSantis, a Republican from Florida, and Representative Dennis Ross, a Republican from Florida, are the congressmen making the trip to Israel. And they will meet with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Knesset member Yehuda Glick, and other Israeli representatives and politicians. And the congressmen have looked at possible sites for the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem. And these congressmen are members of the Subcommittee for National Security of the House Oversight Committee. And what we're looking at here in this map is a map of Jerusalem. Now, up here in the north is the Western Wall and the Temple Mount. This is where a lot of controversy takes place. The Western Wall is where you see the Jews are praying and putting their little prayers in the cracks of the wall. Now, down south, a couple of miles, is the U.S. Consulate General in Jerusalem. And this is the area we want to take a really close look at for possible locations. The congressman made the comment in an interview that the U.S. Consulate General would be the easiest to secure. They are also looking at the Diplomat Hotel and the Diplomat Home for Senior Citizens. So all of these three spots were things that they looked at today. And again, this is just a couple of miles south of the Western Wall in downtown Jerusalem. Here are some quotes from Ron DeSantis on his trip to Jerusalem. And you might want to check out the video of the speech. It's provided in the link below from www.israelnationalnews.com. It's about a 30-minute interview, but well worth a listen. And the quote is, the American people are excited to see the embassy move to Jerusalem after 50 years. I can't know what will be in the future. I do know that there are advantages to moving the embassy, and one of them is honesty. We will have to be honest that Jerusalem is the capital, and that's of Israel. There is no real argument about that at all. America stands behind its ally, Israel. Just as we condemned the UN resolution, we stand by our friend's side, and that's Congressman Ron DeSantis, Republican from Florida. And there's a link provided to that. That's www.israelnationalnews.com. And the next is a quote from Knesset member Yehuda Glick. And he quotes, Jerusalem has been the capital of the Jewish people for thousands of years since King David. That's a fact that nobody can deny. Now is the time for the U.S. president to keep his promise and the law passed by Congress in 1995 and lead the free world to recognize reality and declare Jerusalem the capital of Israel and the Jewish people. And again, that's from Yehuda Glick, and that's from timesofisrael.com. U.S. lawmakers in Israel on fact-finding mission for embassy move is the link, and that's provided below. Now, if you guys are not familiar with Yehuda Glick, you may want to take some time to learn about this guy. He appears to be a central figure regarding the U.S. embassy move, and he also wants to rebuild the Jewish temple. He's a busy fella, and he recently headed an Israeli delegation to Washington, D.C. for the inauguration of President Trump. He's also a member of the Israeli Knesset. He took multiple gunshots from an intended Palestinian assassin and survived back in October of 2014. And he's also the same rabbi who was the head of the Temple Institute in Jerusalem. Glick believes Jews should be able to pray on the Temple Mount, and he's also stated a vision of three faiths Islam, Christianity, and Judaism sharing the Temple Mount. I mean, this guy is a busy man with big ticket items related to biblical prophecy. And if you're interested, you can check out paulthepoke.com and type in Yehuda Glick in the search. And there are several articles about this guy. He's been busy over the past 3 years. And frankly, he's in some very intense areas when it comes to the U.S. Embassy move. And then, more important from a Bible standpoint would be the temple. I mean, this guy wants to build the temple and is making a serious push to get the temple built. So if you're interested, feel free to check out paulthepoke.com, keyword temple, Jerusalem, peace process, U.S. Embassy, President Trump. Thanks for listening. Take care. Have a good day.